working. We should be okay. So, what's up? It's your guys, Sky. We are back once again with Coffee Talk episode 2. Now, I was considering going back and redoing that last day because I know we didn't get perfect on that, but I just didn't have the time. So we're just gonna keep on trucking, I guess. Oh, we forgot to see the newspaper again. I mean, I let it show up at the very end of the last stream. But, like, I'm too lazy to restart to read it. Alright, let's look at everything. She's a 10, but about to marry a freelancing elf. That's hilarious. She's a 100. Weak. That is so cute. They are so cute. Holy shit, I don't think I've ever seen Myrtle with her hair down. Isn't it always, like, tied back? Oh yeah, VR has definitely had an uptake in popularity. Sorry I'm not reading these out loud. I'm kind of just... Part of this is just to unwind myself, because it's been a very anger-filled day, and I don't like being angry. Having an ocean fish as a pet is so hard, especially living in a city such as Seattle. But it feels nice to have someone who depends on you, you know? It's supposed to say to have someone who depends on you? Busy all day today, don't forget to drink water. Thanks, Lucas. That's a reminder for all of you as well. Don't forget to drink water. I should follow my own advice, probably. I don't have anything with me right now, and I am not leaving my room right now. I mean, I have some energy drinks. That's probably not a good idea, though. I have work tomorrow. It's coming together. I can't believe it. It's gonna be so good. Yay! Today's delivery cutoff time, 1,500 hours, no night shift. Alright, is that all that? Okay. Somehow I feel like it's going to be a long, long night. Don't say that. Don't say that. I was hoping for a short stream today. Whatever. We're not. Let's just see what we're in for, I guess. Wait, no, I have to read the story. Oh, hi, Gala. One second, we have to read the story. Have I been behind, actually? No, we definitely read that one. Alright. 7th of July. By the Magpie Bridge. She looked so pretty in her rented hemp pattern yukata? Don't know what that is. I'm gonna be real with you. It's such a shame that it was raining tonight. I wondered if the renting place would charge more if we were to return the clothing somewhat damp. I feel bad for insisting we dressed the traditional way for the Tanabata festival. That mundane thought immediately went away when I saw her looking as if she came straight out of Makoto Shinkai movies. I really hope I'm saying all this right. It was all worth it. If they charged extra, I'd shove my life savings at the lady who owned the renting place. She looked like dreams, and it was worth it. Her with the yukata, an umbrella, and my heart and all. Too bad that Altair and Vega couldn't meet tonight with all this rain, Ah, you remember the story. Good. Meanie, I do listen to your astrology stories, you know. Astronomy, but thank you for being there for my stories, milady. Under our transparent convenience store umbrella, we shared whatever lovers share under the rain in their own world. The shrine we went to was unexpectedly full, despite being a bit tainted by the rain and the puddles it creates. We had to line up in a small queue for our wishes, but that stretch of time was easily filled with small talk, as lovers like to have. She hid her paper when I tried to peek at her wishes. Cute. As if she was not going to ask me to hang it on the highest spot on the bamboo trees. Hey, next year can we come here again? We were on our walk back to the hotel when she began. Her voice was a bit too soft, sunk under the noise the rain made. I'd be thrilled, but don't you want to use your long vacations to go somewhere else you haven't been? Nah, I like it here. Here, the moon looks so pretty. Really? It's raining now. I can't even see the moon. Silly boy. Her grin, prettier than all the full moons I've ever seen in my life. We took our time to walk home slowly, through the night street, just the two of us. But you know, I'm happy that you think we can still travel the world, that we're still us. I knew I shouldn't say something like that, but it felt like my insecurities got the better of me. Pretty boy, talking about rain on the parade, huh? Talk about raining on the parade? Whatever. Sorry, I couldn't help it. What if it rains again next year? What if we're not all sunshine and rainbows like we used to be? Well, you know how in your Tanabata story, if it's raining, Altair and Vega can't meet each other on the Magpie Bridge? Then the bridge would be like empty, right? She stepped in front of me, still so close under our umbrella. Then whatever happens, if it rains next year, 7th of July, I'll be waiting for you on the Magpie Bridge with this umbrella, silly. Cool. Anyway, back to the main story. Good evening. What voice did I give you? Hey, Sky. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope? Everything's just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was just here the other day. Oh, that's right. Thanks for giving him the keycard, by the way. Good call. Woo! You saved me $100. I wonder what would have happened if we waited until Gala returned to return the keycard. Probably be some dialogue about, like, I appreciate it, but it kind of doesn't matter now. Because I got a new one and it was like $100, so this one's kind of useless. Anyway, moving on. Not a Wait, what? A replacement key would have cost me at least that much. With the fines and everything. Oof, pricey. Glad Mr. Hyde was around to help then. Yeah. I didn't think he'd be in Seattle, to be honest. Oh, but didn't you call him for a spare key? I did. So... let's just say I had a hunch. There's a pattern to his visits, even if he isn't aware of it. He'll fly here whenever he gets tired of something. Could be about work, life, or simply because he's bored. Like with LA recently, or so he says. I see. I never knew he liked Seattle that much. Or there's something that keeps him coming back here. Really? What is it? Or should I say, who is it? Take a guess. Huh. Well, if I have to guess... maybe you? Me? I mean, the two of you are very close. And good bonds are hard to come by these days. I see. Well, he's not someone who's big on attachments. Or so he claims. Is that right? Who knows, maybe that's changing. Because the answer is more or less your coffee shop here. Really? There aren't a lot of places with a good crowd and a warm atmosphere. With an excellent host to boot. And as you just said, good bonds are hard to come by. What's not to like? It would be truly an honor if he felt that way. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan. Yeah, what a nice surprise. He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I am so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. I think it's called fucking STMJ. Luckily, you handed it to me. Milk, honey, ginger. Do I have to do it the other way? Milk, ginger, honey. STMJ. Thank you very much. Let me go over my items really quick. Okay, we just have the lighter. So we'll wait for Georgie to come back. One STMJ coming up. Thanks a lot. So what's in it again? You told me. Goddamn. Milk, ginger, and honey. Also egg, but egg is not technically an ingredient, so we... don't worry about it. I'm not reading all that. I'm gonna mispronounce a bunch of shit. No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog. Albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Henry likes it. It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him over for a drink here sometime. What do you think? That would be lovely. Then consider it done. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Oh, why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little... annoyed. And it's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Him, yes. His car, not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car back in the day. He told me. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep, gave me the whole backstory. Oh. I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it. Which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah. And he kept bringing up the past, too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness. But I realized that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say, though. It's strange, longing for times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough, you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. Just stuff we have to deal with, indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we'd get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much. Oh, hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. Excuse me for one moment. One moment. Welcome, Miss Rihanna. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There's really no need for concern, as it was an easy fix. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? I don't know what the fuck Russian tea is. I don't know what the fuck Russian tea is. Tea and 2 gingers or something? I don't fucking know. God, fuck you. I don't know what the fuck Russian tea is. Fuck you. You can't just hit me with that. What am I supposed to do? While we're here, I guess, tea and 2 cinnamons. What? What was that silhouette then? Like, you're seeing this shit, right? We're in tea. And yeah, down here, those are cinnamon sticks. One of these is a Russian tea, and I don't know what, and I'm gonna lose my mind. Fuck that shit. I am searching this. How dare you expect me to remember all the goddamn fucking recipes. Let's see. I think we're looking at lemon and cinnamon. Definitely lemon. All of these are saying lemon and cinnamon. Tea, lemon, cinnamon. Does it have to be in the other order? Better not be. Oh yeah, we were never fucking getting that. Well, at least I was looking at the right silhouette. Man, I don't give a shit about integrity. If you're gonna pull that shit, I'm going. Like, I'm not gonna let you pull that shit. 18th of September. Yeah, don't you dare pull that shit on me. Fuck integrity, I'm just gonna search it. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. So who are you meeting with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Oh my god, it's happening! Ah, that's right. So you two did end up contacting after all. We did, yes. But truth be told, I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all. Why is that? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 a.m. That's pretty late. A little, but surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. But he replied straight away to my surprise. I had no idea he was such a night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird. Right. I wonder if he ever sleeps. That should be a question for you too, miss. Oops. Anyhow, he answered me with an apology. He regretted his rudeness from when we first met. Which was another surprise, since I didn't think it was such a matter of concern. Well, he did return the next evening looking for you. Did he? Yep, he said so himself. I see. How peculiar. In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Then he said he wants to meet up and speak in person. Which is why I'm here now. But I'm still not quite sure it's necessary. I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out. Perhaps. I suppose we'll see. So we've got two people planning to meet up with other people. What's up? Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best, given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. I was gonna say it doesn't look like it's raining that hard, but there goes the lightning, so... Apologies for the surges. I was hoping it'd be more stable as the days go by, but... here we are! No need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right, you tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding. How are you doing, miss? Hey there. Did he manage to resolve your issues with the children? Sorry? Oh, I mean the hospital admission problem from the other day. Oh, that! For a minute there, I thought I had beef with the kids I was unaware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? Ah, yes, well... I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. Ah, while we're on the topic. I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind, pointing out where you believe the incident took place? Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a metered spot, just outside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at Bourne intersection? Yes, that's correct. I see. So it was originally a library. You know the area? I know the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's being done with it. Since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood. That's true. There's even an art college nearby. Right? Then again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd how? It's just barren. Especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Feel? Don't you mean remember? Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long, long time ago. Perhaps that is what you were calling. A flea market, huh? The last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh wait. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. A dead tree, huh? No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there for forever too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. And the thickets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts. Remembrances? Hold on, I'm just gonna recap a bit here, okay? Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metered parking lot in front of an abandoned library on a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason. Sounds about right. Except the tree's no longer there. Oh? Ah, fuck. What's his voice? We kind of gave him a fuckboy voice. How did that go? Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That's crazy. Officer Georgie, I have your lighter again. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh boy. I thought it'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello. Sky. Sky, for the love of all things holy, help me, my lighter is here. Yup. Hot damn, thank goodness. You want me to get it for you? No, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. I think I accidentally gave Gala my Georgie voice, and I don't know what I'm doing with Georgie anymore. Well, what's up, y'all? Yeah, no, he was deeper. He was like the deepest I could go. I gave him... Can I go any deeper than this? I'm nervous to try, but I think this was about my Georgie voice. What's new? Evening, officer. We were just here talking about the spot where Miss Rihanna's car may have been vandalized. Oh? They got your car too, lady? That is not his voice. Fuck, this is too many voices to switch between. Fuck. Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you'd like. That'd be real swell. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Got it. Beep, boop. Okay. Oh. Is it within the area you expected, or? Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. The way I get my deep voice, I have to like do an almost yawn. And then it makes me want to actually yawn. This is... Oh boy. You can rest assured, we already increased patrols in that area. That's great. But I'm the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. What's that? Am I hearing you, out of all people, doubting my skill, Sky? No, of course not. I just thought, I mean, an unfortunate increase to your workload. Ah, well, them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, Sky, and don't forget my lighter. And don't forget his goddamn lighter. Espresso. And give him his goddamn lighter. Proceed. Take your lighter. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Sky. You probably think I'm being silly. But what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, I have good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. So you said. Right. Right, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Ah, perfect as always. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I'd like something desserty, because it's my cheat day. Sure thing, any specifics? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick, I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song, but for some reason I can't remember the name of the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. For real? I think I'll have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. Alright. Chocolate. Milk. Dry cinnamon. I'm looking for the name of a song. Spice Lady? Well, you are the last person ordering today. We will try my one other thing. If it's not that, we'll just hand him the Spice Lady. That's the only other thing I can think of that would have a kick. Does that do anything? Spanish Sahara. Okay. Let's think this through. They're both drinks. Like, they both came up as things. I don't know songs that well. But Lucas did mention it was some Spanish thing, and that is Spanish in the name. So I think we go with that. Why can't we keep the ones we learned how to make on accident? Is that what you were looking for? Oh, so that's what it's called? That's what we call it here, at least. Very cool. Then, bon appetit. Sorry, I'm just hating myself for a second. Because I actually said bone apple tea. I think I need to touch some grass. Bon appetit. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, guy. You are so welcome. So, Pops. Just earlier, you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience. Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it. Because maybe it's just a tad too spooky, even for me. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big a deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. You've got a point there. Yo, we're talking about the area anyway, right? Yeah. Well, I've been patrolling there for the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots. A fence here and there. And an unfinished construction site with a couple CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. Ah. The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why? What's up? We were actually talking about it earlier, and being a decades-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Rihanna. Are you expecting something from me, Sky? Huh? Oh, no. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. You just seem to know a lot about it. I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky story tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? No, not really. So anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars would park there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But yesterday was a different story. And then the lights go out. What a strange setup, eh? Oh, phew, there you go. Thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please, continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift, and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaced across the street, and 2 on the opposite corner, side by side. My plan was to leave after I walk one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay? Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another night job well done, right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you, in the span of less than 10 minutes.
That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools.
Right? But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the streetlights went out and suddenly, all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet, I saw nothing at all.
Oh.
Are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it.
Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool though.
I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see? Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast. Right? Anyway, Sky, I think I want another drink. All this talking is making my throat dry, and coffee just ain't cutting it.
Roger that, what do you want?
What do you suggest?
How about some tea with ginger and honey?
Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base?
You mean hibiscus? Yeah. Hibiscus with ginger and a touch of honey. It's like, the, sore throat medicine from the first game, but now it's hibiscus.
How about it, my guy? Let's fucking go.
And then mark that off.
Oh, what does it mean?
It means that those words mean things.
I see, a legit herbal drink. I keep making myself yawn. This is not funny. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Sky.
Happy to please. I mean, it was kind of his call, but whatever. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Cause I'm not scared of ghosts. Real beings scare me more.
Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts, eh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya?
I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that.
This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that.
Sorry.
Interesting. You know something?
No, not me.
But she might.
Right, the tree.
Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought.
I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but... Officer, are you aware of the story behind that tree?
Huh?
I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there.
What?
Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct?
Right.
They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community.
Transients being the government's term for unregistered citizens, including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that.
Huh. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace, but it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as, like, not existing at all. Really, that's horrible.
It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place, to ensure transient survival throughout the changing times, in more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore, the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection, just so people would notice and come take a look.
Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Because it was illegal, silly. Oh.
And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless. While the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left at the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before.
Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about it? How long ago was this?
The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcefully disbanded in 1961.
Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s, early 60s here. In case you don't remember, that's when me and Hyde were hanging out around here. Post-war media was still quite scarce, and I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh.
Correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case.
But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not the one people might expect. You mean the tree?
Right. We semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world. Some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that.
You don't?
No, we simply disappear.
So if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes. And that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa. I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you.
Yes?
You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal?
I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began.
Yeah, that makes sense. Welp. I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift.
Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops.
I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you all posted.
Did he forget his lighter again?
I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm, though, if you don't mind, miss.
Yes.
It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not?
Unfortunately. That is why there used to be memorabilia around the tree. There were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory.
But it wasn't enough, was it? Else we'd still have the tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It's quite scary to think about.
For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it.
Is that so? Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gullah.
Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir.
Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Rihanna.
Thank you. See you around.
Bye, Sky.
Take care.
Yeah, no, Gala's voice and Georgie's voice I made way too close.
You okay? It's getting real late.
I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know.
Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat?
We don't sell food here.
You don't?
No wonder your place is always empty.
Oh. Just kidding, Sky. Don't hate me, please.
Well, do you want another drink, maybe?
I wouldn't mind one.
Nice. What do you feel like having?
Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the butterfly tea.
Oh-ho. Okay, then I'll order something for you, may I?
Sure.
Sky, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video and it would look perfect for Rihanna. Yeah, what is it? Alright, butterfly tea, mint, and lemon. Yes, I saw this one as well. Butterfly tea, mint, and lemon. Thank you, Lucas, for always just handing me the recipe. That is so pretty. See, this is why Lucas is my favorite character, because he hands me the recipes. Everyone else makes it complicated and confusing. I'm not an actual barista. I gotta fucking get my hands on some butterfly tea. Here you go, from the fan right next to you.
It looks so nice. Very pretty. I like it. Thank you.
I'm glad you do. And wow, Sky. It looks exactly like what I envisioned. You're a G. I'm happy you enjoyed it. But man, that whole case earlier though. It was a lot to take in. Also about the whole forgetting thing. That really gave me chills.
Why?
Don't you feel scared? Of just disappearing in the end? Because I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way.
Oh? Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself.
Oh, huh. Now that's what you call huge pressure. Before that though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question?
Go ahead.
What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why soprano in the first place?
Because it's been done before.
Pardon?
because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible.
Whoa, for real?
Her part was that of sorbet aria, and she was not very well known.
What is that?
Oh, I mean, she was a secondary character. Back in the early 19th century opera, secondary characters would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use this time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons, often desserts. Hence, sorbet aria.
Aria? Oh, I see. Like background singing at the end of a show or something?
Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought it wasn't so old that she couldn't find out. She thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera, but hearing a banshee sing such a playful and light-hearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me.
Oh man, I bet it was.
Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own.
That's really cool and brave of you to do so. I agree.
I've never really talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing.
Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you, and wishing to leave a mark on this world.
Is that what you think?
Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that's been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful, yet courageous. Right, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's going to remember us? Right, Sky? No comment. Aw.
Why do you want to be remembered so much?
Why wouldn't you?
Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me?
I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up with a large family, you see. Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings even if I wanted to. Because they're everywhere, thanks to my dad. Oh. We weren't wealthy, though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us, for real. But sometimes Dad would drop by to give us the money. Though it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. Then he'd just leave again a couple days later.
Are you the eldest?
Nope. But my older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh. Which is where my mom and siblings live now.
Sorry to hear about your father.
No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney, knowing he passed away by himself, and how it took them a week to find out.
Oh.
Natural causes, by the way. So, I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing? Where were my other siblings? What happened to his ladies? It was just so crazy to me. And I guess it just kind of haunted me. Haunted how? my life growing up was filled with disappointment over him, you know? I mean, I mean it in the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. I just vilified him in my mind, like shaking my mental fist at him. I'm gonna do so much better than you, sir. And all that.
I see.
But then I received the news that he left me the house. Like, I know he had no money. That house is probably one of the only assets he had left. So when he gave me the house in his will, all I could think about was, what went through his mind exactly?
The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you.
Exactly. What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? And does it even matter anymore? When he's already long gone? Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings. Want a slice of the inheritance pie, huh?
You didn't do that, right?
Heck no. That's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they have to chase after me. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team.
That's a relief.
But that was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. That's why I ended up having to join the production house.
The production house?
Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make those videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know? You had a fucking streamer house. Because this was my first time venturing into another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even going to be an entertaining story.
If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it.
No, it's not that. I just really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. That didn't discourage me all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Still. But what ended up destroying my willpower was actually something real close, you know? Myself. What do you mean by that? Well, in a house where everyone wants you to be the main... in a house where everyone wants to be the main character, each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, yeah? Eventually I was assigned one, too. Which was supposed to be a good thing, but... they wanted me to be the worst version of what I am, essentially. With heavy emphasis on what? I had a lot of nicknames, too, like, hey, a baby goat. What are you up to now, satyr boy? Here comes the party goatie. Hey, Mr. Excess. I think that's... You gonna go fishing again tonight, or what? Fishing? Ugh. We had to go out to try and hit on people. And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored.
Oh.
I always tried to be the punchline, though. Because there was always more views when something ended badly. But it was still the worst, because I really had to act it all out, you know? Bothering people for pretend dates, be sort of a dumb jerk just for jokes. Just just so all looked fun for the camera. Even if scripted, I never really liked doing it, honestly. Because in the end, all of it just reminded myself of my dad, you know? And I kept thinking, does the apple never fall far from the tree after all? So yeah, the whole thing just really, 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 really sucked.
You had it difficult.
Yeah? Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about.
It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening.
I just don't want to take up any more of your time. So, can I just ask you a direct question?
Sure.
Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show?
Huh?
I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but.
But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it.
Well, I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot. All to justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's gonna be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure, either. Though it won't be much at first, because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so...
Wait, this is a bit sudden, don't you think?
No pressure, though.
How does the show work?
Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet, but ideally it will have, like, an interview at first, and then I'll record your singing. I'll bring all the gear. I'll also be doing all the editing and stuff. I'm gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do. But I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. So I can bet you the result will still be quality.
Your show will tank if I'm the first guest. You realize that, right?
If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you.
I'm flattered. But no thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for considering me, though.
Thanks for giving it thought. Looks like I have to go.
Okay.
It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing.
Yes, I get it.
Cool. Hope we can meet again like this. If you want to.
Maybe?
I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Sky. Sorry if I bothered you. No, truly, it was my pleasure. Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around?
Safe trip.
Alrighty, see you, Sky. Come again soon.
I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years.
And I'm quite glad to hear it.
Thank you, Sky.
For what?
For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with.
Always a pleasure to have you and everyone around.
Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to do to rethink. But I'll see you again soon.
And we'll be waiting, always. Safe trip, Miss Rihanna. Have a good night. Nothing else? No more notice? Okay. Phew. I think I'm done for the night. Hope everything will work out for everyone. Me too. Butterfly tea. That's just straight up butterfly tea. Wednesday, September 27th. What's on the news today? World Golem Culture Center grand opening to be held in Bhutan. Lunar cell panel prototype ready for first test. Newcomer progressive elven metal band Avatar tops US music charts. Okay. Only 4 notifications to start. Interesting. Have you ever heard a story that was you so you try to go for your dreams because you're so inspired to do something or anything? Hashtag share your story. I'm taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. Normal schedule. Dinner with my team. Cool. Honestly, love the hat. Don't usually see him in a hat, but love it. Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked. Hooray! And the weather's keeping quiet. Don't jinx it! Looks like it's a good night to listen to some stories. And that reminds me, I have to read today's story. What's left on the bar counter? Can I have your lighter? Sure, have it. Cheers, mate. You waiting for someone? Maybe, maybe not. I guess. Who knows now? Jeez, man. Sorry to hear that. Tell you what, next round's on me. You sure about that? Well, I'll take it then. No worries. Sorry about your situation, man. This is a good bar, so drink on. Leave your sadness at the bar counter. That's what they say, right? Amen to that. Yep. Come on. Here's to a good bar. And to unexpected company, eh? Interesting thing you said earlier. Leave your sadness at the counter. You do that often here? Yeah. This bar's good. Bartender's kind, and they won't kick me out if I drink too much, so yeah. Where do you think it goes after you leave it here? Sadness? Huh. Interesting philosophical question you got there, man. Somewhere far away, hopefully never to come back. What if it does? Then we steal up and order another drink, then another and another until either sadness gives up or our livers do, I guess. Tough life you got, huh? Well, Sisyphus and the boulder, you know? I mean, what other choice do we have? None, I guess. Yep, that's just how it is. I gotta go now. Interesting chat we had, huh? Tell you what, maybe this is the whiskey talking, but I felt like hanging out with an old friend, mate. Forget about that person you were waiting for, and hopefully I'll see you here again sometime, okay? Sure, man. I'm always here for you. After all, you're the one who left me at this counter, right? Damn. I don't know what to make of that, but there is something deep there. Hey, Gala, what's up? Hi, you're here. You can finally have your meeting. Hello. So why were you so annoyed yesterday? That's what I want to know. Good evening, you two. Nice to see ya. How'd it go at the hospital? Well,
It was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Hyde is fucking pissed. Oh my god. What did you do? Goodness, you're having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury's giving me a hard time. Fury? Is it the full moon already? Nope, but sometimes I get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for the Fury. And that changes the way we react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask, but it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small, but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual. And a bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help? I never found one, but if anyone can come up with one, it's you, Sky. Since Galahad can soothe your fury, might it work for pre-fury as well? Maybe, but I think it needs to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine and maybe blue? I already know the drink you're talking about! Because it was one of the loading screens! Alright. This is very... Okay. So. I mean, it was already one of the loading screens, so we've already got it in there. I'm just gonna give you what went through my head just now. So, remembering the image, it was one of our butterfly teas, obviously, and it had like a nice... It had a whole entire like latte art thing, and it was a wolf like howling at the moon. And in order to get that, you obviously have to add milk. And then there were little yellow bits in it, and originally I assumed that was lemon, but now I realize that since this is obviously for Gala, it's gotta be ginger again. And as they said, like a Gala had, I don't know how to say that, Gala's drink from before, it was tea and milk and ginger. And so this time, it's the butterfly tea, milk and ginger, which is exactly the same except for the base. So, I'm very, very simple and easy answer. See, there it is. Alright, I don't have any items. I mean, it was even called Gala Tea, so... Look at you, getting multiple drinks named after you. Veteran, now working in a hospital. Do you come up with these names on the spot? Well, actually, no. I may sound crazy, but they appear in front of me, like my vision blacks out for a second. But then appears like a drink with a name and a description. Is that a fucking spider on my ceiling? Is that a motherfucking spider on my ceiling? You better stay the fuck away from me, you bitch. Definitely something. Whatever, stay the fuck away from me. Anyway. Do you come up with these names on the spot, Sky? No, it takes a bit of soul searching. To tailor it to the situation and so on. It almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. Shh! Call it a sixth sense. Great, let's see how your sixth sense tastes.
Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed.
Happy to hear. So, Hyde, why are you so angry? Why art thou so angry? Listen, I know I was totally ragging on you last stream, but I'm sorry. Although it looks like you're more pissed at Gala. Why though? Well, why though? What's with all the looks? Did I miss something? You're having a couple's quarrel. Oh no!
Actually, Sky, guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help?
Come on, I wasn't that bad.
No, I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job.
Ugh.
But most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried.
There's nothing to worry about.
You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Furies are about to hit.
I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all.
You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one, lying on the sofa staring at the ceiling. Looking so gloomy it sucked the color out of the room. And it's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. Please help me help him, Sky. I'm at my wit's end. Mr. Hyde? Why all the sulking? Ugh.
Fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be if it wasn't for this whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life.
He's having a midlife crisis. That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species years.
Eyes on the prize, Sky. Intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde?
My job.
What was that?
My job.
Hey, no need to shout.
Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs, but modeling stopped being fun ages ago.
You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind then?
Yeah,
Is there a specific reason?
it's just also brief. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months, and I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came, and it all became so disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shot a campaign, the brand posted online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in, and everything's forgotten. Blink, and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there.
Isn't that changing these days, though? With slow fashion in the life?
That's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same.
What about your fans? You have so many people following you.
You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond.
So you're saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark?
Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered, that became part of their lives in a real way.
You know you have people in your... You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you? Oh my god, that hits so much after the conversation from yesterday. In-game yesterday. That hit so hard. We had a whole philosophical conversation about that. No. Maybe we should get you in contact with Lucas again.
That's not the same thing.
Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference.
No thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts. Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire?
Do you see what I'm dealing with, Sky? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde?
Yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you see me enjoy recently or when we first met.
Thank you for letting me reuse recipes, because we made you a Zobo, Hibiscus, and 2 changers. I'm never gonna forget you and your fucking ginger thing because of that. I hope you know that. Here you go, Mr. Hyde. You seem like this well enough. Heh. Nice, Sky. And you lost your bet, Hyde. A bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. And I bet you could remember what he liked, even if he gave you no instructions. So now I get to say that I was right. Hyde, you think I'm ever gonna forget that drink after the difficult time you gave me? No. Definitely not. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner. Ooh, date. At a place of my choosing.
Ugh. You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you?
You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Collins? Let's see. You say it, Hyde.
He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made.
Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food.
Just rub it in my face, why don't you?
Oh, hi everyone. Hey, Lua. You just came in on a very, very lovely conversation.
Hi, Lua.
Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. Must be getting bored for arguments. Actually, no, he's bored of everything else. I think your arguments are what's keeping him going. He lives for the drama. Oh my god, become an actor, Hyde. That's it.
It's alright, they're kind of fun to watch.
What do we got?
Hey guys, what's up? Lucas, you are missing the juiciest stories. The juiciest of stories. Favorite thing. The fact I've been blood sober for 10 years now. What I'm doing with my life. Currently a model, past stock trader, entrepreneur, venture capitalist. Interesting. How are things with you two, by the way? Just let me order before I answer. Is that alright, Sky? Yeah, of course. What would you like? Spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you can recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey. Sounds great. Love a lemon and honey drink, please. Right. Tea, lemon, honey. It's not quite Georgie's thing, but a Midsummer Night's Dream ought to do it. We have trashes we have trashes to waste. We can. What other sore throat things would work, do you think? I want to see if we get anything from this. No. Okay. I'm gonna try it with hibiscus tea, and then we're gonna go back to Midsummer Night's Dream. Just because I'm very curious. Okay, nothing from that either. Alright, we'll just hand you a Midsummer Night's Dream. Tea, lemon, honey. Perfect for the sore throat. I take it that was the right one? Hell yeah. Favorite things. Lover of the bright moonlight. Believer in a life without fight. Big fan of art and poetry. What I'm doing with my life. 9 to 5 in a trading company by day. Going to poetry readings and museums on the weekends. Entrepreneur by the forbidden fruit. Have a Midsummer Night's Dream. Thanks, Dr. Sky. This is truly lovely. Just what I needed. That's great to hear. My company's trying to get a big contract. So I've been organizing meetings with everyone. Making sure it's all going according to plan. That sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. And a part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Follow, you've probably gathered that Faye and I have been fighting. Yeah, and Hyde told me a little about it too. Right, well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days, and honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Faye means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me, but I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed, which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally. If we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, are they? That's true. Although I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you would help. That's the problem, I'm not sure. At first I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making at my job is taking a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Faye to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that, though. But I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bae. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. They're always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. There were designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiancé that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? That's up to how you communicate it, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much. You all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership.
Hey Lua, I know you couldn't hear me. I know you can't hear me through the screen, but do you remember what I said on the first day? You remember how I told you that weddings don't have to be big and extravagant, and in fact it's probably better that you have like a smaller wedding that's less expensive? Like, again, I'm not saying that I'm a scientist who has done the research. I'm not. But from what I have observed, Lua, the amount of money spent on the wedding is directly proportional to how well the marriage goes. The more extravagant, the worse the marriage. The less extravagant, the better the marriage. If you truly love each other, which you guys obviously do, you don't need big, flashy shows of affection. Simple as that. The big, flashy shows of affection are in fact just compensating for what isn't there. So go ahead, have a small wedding. Bailey's won't mind.
Bae wants to honor that. He'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear, you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think, instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realize that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally, yes, I get that, but how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly, for starters. Right. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes. Right, I'm glad you remember that. Because you're making it sound like you're in a relationship with your friends who got married, and the strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint, if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simple wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours.
I still want the pretty outfit and decent food.
Thank goodness.
But point well taken.
It's just, my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? No. Then maybe they do, or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's about to become your family?
You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you shouldn't put their needs above your own.
I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde.
My pleasure.
Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence.
I did say I might become a couples counselor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that.
Are you looking to change careers, Hyde? He's bored of modeling. Finds it too impermanent. Wants to leave a mark. Wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modeling fun again?
I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago.
What happened then?
I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, looked at the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup, then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like that since the 60s.
My granddad had an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that?
Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light, and also because it was a slower experience. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual posing, switching, posing some more, but something felt different. Then I realized what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that.
Is that unusual?
Yup, most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time and we got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then I suggested I come with her to her darkroom. Watch how she developed the pictures and how they came out.
You did always have a fondness for dark places.
Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know? Me I could recognize. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame. Working each picture through the chemical baths. Hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera. And it was the first time she really liked a portrait someone took of her. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales. Or to launch into sappy monologues, really. Just forget it.
No, I think it's a beautiful story. And it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you. Please share, Lua. You're doing both of us a solid.
Go on, then.
Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently, but apparently film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said, it captures the light beautifully. And it's more personal, a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that?
Oh, me?
No, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work.
I think
think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month.
Ah, well, forget about it then. No, don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental. And you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids' drama and offend the parents. But most importantly, you'd do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is.
You're assuming they will get divorced.
51%. Never mind. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua. It's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life.
That career in the Mafia is really looking up.
You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay?
Yeah, alright.
That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde, and good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one.
It will be. Good night, Lua.
Good night, Sky. See you later. Bye, adios. So, Hyde, are we chilling? And just vibe for a bit? Give me the inside scoop on something?
Here we go again, last one sitting.
Indeed, proper night owls.
You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right?
That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. I just realized that's Hyde's nervous tick. He's nervous. He actually cares about my opinion here. Oh shit! It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you like being around people, don't you? And now he is deeply pondering.
I do, sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking the first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and the next thing you know... I don't want to sound too depressing.
So you don't believe in love?
Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone, to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one, not really. I know, the ones that I tried really didn't work out.
We are getting Hyde backstory! Do tell more. But do you regret trying?
No, I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it, willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever, I meant it. I sure felt alive.
If you know all that, then you must also know it's something worth celebrating. And something worth helping other people celebrate.
You're a tricksy one, Sky. I'm too tired to fight your logic. Which means it's time for me to head back.
Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here.
Oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides,
Well, don't think I'm gonna miss out on this notification. Guess where I am? 'Cause sure as hell I don't know. Bro, did you get lost in the woods or some shit? Dude.
well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from everyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala is from a long-living species. But even then, he'll grow old before I do, eventually. The world will change 100 times. Technologies will die out, new technologies will come. I will feel again the way I do now in a century, maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will, am I right, Sky?
That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde.
Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair I know you a little in return.
I suppose that's true.
So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. To continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me.
Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We'll make sure it's not misplaced.
I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to browse for some film cameras.
Are you lost? They're actually interacting on the interwebs. That is cool.
What's the worst that can happen?
Indeed.
Take care of yourself, friend.
And you as well. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde. Some of us will. Holy motherfucking shit. Holy motherfucking shit. Okay, hold on. I have to process that. So, especially if you watched my first, my playthrough of the first game, you will know that Hyde is one of my favorite characters. In part because I have a soft spot for vampires. But, like, he wouldn't continue to be my favorite if he was a bitch, you know? I mean, the characterization of all of these characters has been amazing. I am so invested in every single one of them. They all hold, like, a soft spot in my heart. Like, I don't have any resentment towards any of them. But okay, so we got even more Hyde backstory. I am loving all the Hyde backstory. He got married once. Ooh. And now, there are two things I'm wondering here. Also, just so I can say this on record and hopefully remember it for later, this is tea with ginger and lemon. I mean, it's obvious, but still. But, so Hyde was married once. Ooh. I seriously want to know who this person was that he got married to. Now, I wonder if they died or if they got divorced. It's hard to say.
He didn't give that much away. I mean, good on Hyde for not dwelling on the past constantly. And, you know, I am wondering a little bit if, okay, so one way you can interpret this is that, after losing the person he loved or thought he loved, he gave up on the concept of love altogether and is completely content living his best single life and instead focusing on his other relationships, like he said. But I wonder if maybe there was also some realization in there that maybe he's somewhere on the aromantic spectrum. That could also be a possibility. Heck, maybe it could be both. But anyway, can we unpack that he, like, kinda knows about us? Like, nothing has been explicitly stated, really. I mean, in the first game, Silver was all like, oh, so you're related to us. So we are one of the alien people, I guess? And I don't know if the aliens are immortal or not. I feel like that might be. And then Hyde knows the fucking truth. God damn, you perceptive bitch. I don't mind him knowing. I mean, it's not like he's gonna do anything with it. He's not a threat to us. We're friends. We're buddies. So I just realized that, like, Hyde and Silver have never interacted. Huh. Oh. Yeah, so I kind of have two interpretations of that whole OMG Hyde knows. First of all, maybe he just, like, figured out that we are part or fully, like, alien and somehow related to Silver. And or whatever alien came from, or came before Silver with, like, the same purpose as Silver to, you know, with the main goal to just reproduce. Maybe they managed to, like, reproduce with a vampire, of all things. So maybe we're, like, doubly immortal, who knows? Next day. Thursday, September 28th, 2023. New image recognition tech confuses gnomes with dwarves. A review. Interesting. That reminds me of something, but I can't remember what for the life of me. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Robots asked to give ultimate advice. Elven burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it. Interesting. Oh, someone coming in immediately. Sorry, I'm gonna check my fucking phone first. Rude, I know. What do we got? Rachel. Girl always has her secrets. Is it that your new single's dropping soon? Top of the morning to you. Hungover but feeling awesome? Oh my god, what the fuck did you get up to last night, Lucas? Just spent almost 2 hours checking on the mobile games in the App Store. The amount of copycat games are just staggering. Oh, yeah, no, it's ridiculous. The cheap knockoffs. No delivery today, we'll resume tomorrow. Okay.
So, who's our first customer? Officer Georgie, welcome.
Hey, Sky.
How are you doing? You have your lighter back. Wait. Yeah, you have your lighter back. Officer?
Oh. Sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now.
No worries. Work issues?
What else?
I'm all ears if you want to chat.
You're a pal.
I'm in a real bind, Sky. What happened?
Well, never-ending workplace issues aside, things are getting weirder by the minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth.
Are you talking about your recent patrols?
Yeah. I've been analyzing the CCTV footage the last couple of days.
Oh, I see. How'd that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything?
Yes and no. The infrareds caught a couple of blurry things. They ran off, turned a corner, and disappeared. Could have been anything like rats or cats, but neither fits what I heard on the scene. The footsteps, you know, the laughter. Come to think of it, it sounded more like giggles.
Giggles. Can werebeasts giggle?
Not at that size, no. Even if they could, it doesn't explain the footsteps, really.
I see.
You just posted.
Do you know why the satyrs from France are more musical than the ones from America? Because they have French horns. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Oh right, I have to actually click on it to mark it off. There, I clicked on it. So what's next?
I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. In short, I'm stumped. You know, Sky, I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Rihanna dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see.
Oh, what about them?
As it turns out, fairies were an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at the time was to be referred to as such.
Oh, Does that mean banshees were part of the fairy folk?
Probably. Not anymore, though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. Back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes apparitions.
Apparitions?
Yes, apparitions like ghosts.
Ghosts?
Ghosts!
I see.
What do you mean I see?
Huh?
Does it sound like a bad joke to you?
I'm not sure I follow.
Bud, come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? 'Cause if they do, all I can think about is that damn tree now.
Ah, right, the tree.
Does that mean it's haunted?
It could be.
Get how you can be so calm about this.
Huh? Well, why wouldn't I be? I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world even. Sometimes literally.
You're right. I guess you're not the one who's being weird here.
Don't say that. Everyone has their own quirks, I guess. I don't know what that word is.
True that.
If you don't mind telling me though, may I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts?
Gosh, no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to talk about anyway.
Understandable.
All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts.
Oh? Well, now you gotta tell me.
Suggestion is a very powerful thing, Sky. But that's all I'm willing to share, for now.
Okay, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. My grandpop was very into this stuff. So was my daughter. They're like my opposites, very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just, with my time as a cop and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble.
I see. That makes sense.
They're the kind of people who could see things from nothing. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know the Zen rock garden thing from Japan? They understand the Zen-ness of it. I don't, but that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know?
I think you almost got it.
Yeah? But I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. On that note, Sky, you've seen my letter, right?
I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yes?
My bad. That thing was originally my grandpop's.
As you've mentioned.
He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. In more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never be able to recover from.
Ah,
At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far. So it was a good location for him, with all the veteran support nearby and all.
right.
Now, about that street. You see, my grandpop liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his gleek room. So sometimes he'd go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, along with their pets from all walks of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest things.
Ah, I see.
You see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is?
You mean...
Horn Street, uh-huh. It wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. But I went through the files, and it checks out.
Does that mean the vendors he was talking about?
Bingo. And you know what? He bought the lighter there.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Are you sure it's only a coincidence?
What do you mean?
Come on. Ain't no way they're just coincidences, Sky. Everything is lined up too perfectly, if you ask me.
Uh-oh.
Think about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was hit, out of everyone's.
Right.
Then my luck started tanking. Broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone, you see?
Right.
Then one thing led to another. My team was chosen to lead the investigation. And tell me, who's in charge of the case? Me. Then there's this Banshee lady, your patron, with some information I wouldn't have thought of. The dead tree stuff, the fairy market. Information I wouldn't even have remembered on my own.
Right.
And now we know why I kept on losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me.
Well, if you list them all in order like that...
I'm telling you, Sky, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. But they really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know?
But I've always thought you were good at handling ambiguity, officer. Or ambiguity.
Not when it comes to supernatural stuff. Because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take the day off and catch up on your sleep. Huh? What's that? No, nothing. You know, another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Yeah? The focus was on interesting drinks from around the world. You could find everything from the mundane to the extreme. From local comforts to really special stuff. And I kept thinking one particular drink might interest you. Oh? It's something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, and lemon. And a slew of other ingredients. Huh. Protection from what, though? From evil spirits and bad luck, I think. Maybe it'll help ease your mind a bit? Ah, gotcha. But, Sky, even if the whole situation is, haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits. Right? I wouldn't know. But I might need your lighter. What for? Well, the drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it the extra magic boost it needs. Compared to using a regular flame, I mean. What are you gonna make me anyway? I trust you. Here. Officer Georgie's lighter. It exudes an interesting feel. Okay, then make me this magical drink you've learned, Sky. Does the dialogue even let you scroll back that far? Oh, it does. Okay. I mean, I remember. It's coffee, lemon, and honey. Coffee, lemon, and honey. Is that the right order? We'll find out in a second. No. Trash it. Coffee, honey, lemon. Holy shit, that looks cool. Holy shit. That looks badass. The fuck did you put in that? Give me that recipe. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna sit here for a second and watch the animation. The drinks usually aren't animated. Imagine if I had made that on accident. Look at this shit, my guy. Yeah, even I'm wowed. Like... Oh, wow. The drink does light up, huh? Yep, this is special just for you. I did give him lighter, right? Good. So don't tell anybody. Roger that. Here you go. Careful. Thanks, guy. This really is something else. You sure it's okay to drink? I have no idea. But I'll take responsibility if anything happens. Huh. I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, Sky. You even made me this crazy drink to make me feel better. Don't say that. Always happy to help whoever I can. Thanks. Man. At least with crooks, you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with apparitions. Not with that attitude. Achievement unlocked. Hard-boiled voice, I think that said? Huh? Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again. McQueen? Is that you? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. It's you! The surprises just keep coming this week. Let me go over there. You know each other?
More or less. We were brunch buddies.
Brunch buddies?
Brunch buddies.
I feel like I meant
to say brunch buddies in the same serious tone, but I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. I feel ya. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it out alive. We were truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt.
I'll just take both of your words for it.
Good. Because I don't like to talk about it. So what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reasons. I've not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Oh. Well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Sky about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day.
Ah, I remember that.
I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times, it's ghosts. How do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I'd have probably lost all my hair by now, if I were you. I try not to think about it that much. And when I do think about it, I think, who else will do it? Nobody, that's who. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, once you get over the dead part, they're just like you and me. Look. I remember this one case. We were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband, had recently passed away, but wasn't moving on, if you get my drift. Real deadbeat, couldn't take a hint. Anyway, we had to go in and exercise the place, right? But the husband, he caught wind and he's retreated into the basement. I won't get into the technicalities of it, but it's harder to get a ghost out of the basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. It used to be his home. All his stuff is still there. It's hard, I get that. So I'm slowly going down the stairs to try and coax him out of it. Bam! Next minute, all this romantic music is playing, and the whole place is lit by a spotlight. Basic sensory illusions, classic ghost tricks. Then before I know it hit me, I'm sitting at this pottery wheel and he's behind me and... Oh wait. Is this the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Oh. Maybe? We had a movie night at work and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Riveting.
More new people? I'm already at my limit for voices. What am I supposed to do?
Hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. Did you get your important errand sorted? I sure did.
Julie, I can see the crumbs stuck on to your face.
That's just the rain. It's very bready rain. There's filling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's healed up though. You're literally... You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. So what'd I miss? We were talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts. Hey. Ghosts? Yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea, never met one. We stopped a ghost riot. Ghosts aren't real. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. Nah. What you said, that they're just like us? That's a good thing to be reminded of. Exactly. They used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat / possess / violently murder you, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Just talk to them. Feel their culture. Listen to their issues and special wails. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. Which should totally be easy since you can see through them. I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. It's best not to overthink anything he says. I certainly don't. Ha, well, thanks for the advice. I think it'll help. Our pleasure. Now, Julie, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here. I already did. Oh? Turns out we're meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. Instead of taking it all the way to Seattle, yes. Why? The driver was a chupacabra. Okay, let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen. A lot. You too, Officer Dooley. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, Coffee Wizard. Take care. That was quite something. Well, what do you know, Sky? Looks like my good luck is back. I'm feeling like $1 million now. I'm very glad you do. Thanks anyway, Sky. Really, I didn't do anything much. Are you gonna be okay? Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next. I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright? Please keep me updated, officer. And I didn't read today's fucking story. We should do that before we close out here. On top of the Ferris wheel. Do you think this is like an anagram for something? I wonder. I might try and put it through a decoder later. It was finally our turn to ride the Ferris wheel. She grabbed my hand tight, excitedly pulling me into the faded pink gondola. Her small hand felt cold on my skin. Before it was warm, the slightest touch of it used to warm my universe. It used to excite me, but when she pulled me into the seat beside her, it felt cold. I knew I was the one who had changed. I was the one who could no longer feel her warmth. The Ferris wheel finally moved. She stared at the lake beside the wheel as we went upward slowly. The Ferris wheel is amazing, right? I feel like it's taking us to a world separate from our own. A world for just the two of us, She began a conversation. I replied with a faint smile. Hey, pretty boy. Want in on a secret? I love you. Her smile was so sincere. It was painful to receive those words. I didn't say anything. I couldn't say anything. She didn't wait for a reply. A long silence passed as she turned back to the scenery, laid on the other side of the window. I knew she was hiding her face from me. The Ferris wheel was halfway to the top now, still climbing ever so slowly. I tried to find the words I wanted to say to her. What's the softest way to break someone's heart? We reached the top of the Ferris wheel when it stopped. Like it was supposed to. For a moment, our time was frozen on the tip of the world. Hey, can we talk? Words finally found the courage to come out of my mouth. I know exactly what you want to say. You've been holding it in for months now, right? That same sincere smile. She should have kept that smile for someone who could love her as she loved me, not for someone who was about to break her heart. I'm sorry. I thought I was ready for this, but I was just pretending. Silly, huh? It's not my fault, I'm sorry. She tried to fake laugh. Her eyes went wet behind her glasses, bedewed by her tears. serve someone better, not me. I'm sorry. Hey, can you pretend a little bit longer too? At least, not up here, please. I curse the universe for letting her love the wrong person. I curse myself for letting her love me. The Ferris wheel creaks softly, signaling its movement, this time downward. Damn. Alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock and... Oh, it's just you. Thank goodness. I cannot deal with any more surprises today. Miss Urana, what's up?
Hello.
How's traffic?
It's a mess. There's construction work taking place on Lenore Avenue.
Ugh. I can imagine the gridlock already.
Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today.
It's great, I'm happy you're here. So anything I can make for you?
I'd like something for my throat. I'd appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey.
Tea, lemon, honey. Isn't that Midsummer Night's Dream again? It's one I gave Lula, isn't it? Yeah. There you go.
How whimsical. Sweet, but well balanced with the lemon and the slight bitterness of the tea. Sweet taste. Thank you.
You're very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Georgie by a few seconds.
Is that so? How is he?
He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually.
Oh?
He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment.
I see. Would you mind doing me a favor?
Oh, what do you need?
Could you give my contact information to him? We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so...
Oh. An email address.
Rihanna Sharon.
Alright. I'll remember to give that to Officer Georgie.
What I said a few days ago may have been a bit overwhelming. It is possible that I spoke more than was necessary. All because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness knowing what happens at the tree.
That's entirely understandable, though.
But it's not my intention to interfere with his work. As such, if he requires any assistance, please do let me know. It's the least I could do, as I realized there would be plenty of difficulty obtaining information. Oh, I mean, because Officer Georgie is a human. And we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information as such.
I understand what you mean.
Okay. I just do not wish to incriminate anything or anyone.
It's fine, I get it.
I'm glad.
Fresh. I'd say you've already helped out in more ways than one.
Sorry, did you say something? I was zoning out a little.
No, nothing. I'll pass this off to him.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I never actually did dig into what banshees can and can't do according to folklore. I was gonna, and then I just didn't have the time because, as I've been saying, life is way too busy right now. So they keep implying that she's doing shit, and I don't know. I mean, if they're implying it, like, she probably is doing something, but I don't know what it is. Bad traffic aside, how are you?
To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind as of late. And I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic.
You know I'm all ears.
This This may actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid.
Pardon?
You know, I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years.
Is that a good or bad thing?
It's troubling.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just, I used to believe that I had a settled life objective. But I've been doubting it lately.
How come?
I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday.
Oh, any good news?
No. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance. Even though they had no direct connections with the audience I'm trying to reach.
I see.
She explained clearly where she thinks I should contact them, however, which I am thankful for.
That's very thoughtful of her. So what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself?
In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my net worth to make myself known.
Oh?
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it.
I think so, but you could give me a refresher. Just so I don't misunderstand.
I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak.
Right.
She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact.
What would that be?
Well, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really, really sure the so-called shortcut is 100% going to work. Because you'll have to be way more than just making a few calls and winning the callbacks, you know?
I'd say that's a decent impression of her.
Thank you.
I didn't realize I was supposed to be using my Rachel voice.
After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both good and bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Then it's either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. But then I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas had something similar during our first meeting.
Right, I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestions then?
I don't know.
Is it difficult?
No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across. And being rejected by every single one. But for some reason I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence. Although, perhaps it was more like a necessity?
Did something happen?
He was stuck.
Oh, right, because Bro got drunk in the woods and got super lost. And you had to come pick him up. Pardon?
Actually, posted about it on social media last night.
Yeah, I know. I checked.
Oh?
I might have seen it. I did see it.
Did you?
Yes.
I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me almost immediately. He was loud
All sounds in order.
and extremely drunk.
Really?
He denied it at first, but it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly, deep in thought, and entered Cary Park without realizing he had done so.
Must have been some deep thinking he was doing, because I think it rained pretty hard last night.
Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m. Which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it.
Right.
So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transit nearby.
Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab?
He told me he wanted to know the city better.
At midnight?
Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself.
Touche. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking.
Wasn't it party? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. It appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction.
Oh. I see. I suppose it didn't go as expected.
Perhaps. And I know that feeling all too well.
Miss.
However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise.
That's good.
Is it though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has had... Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. I just... How can they still be so positive?
What do you mean?
I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask. Why do we have to be at the mercy of others when we succeed or fail? Can't tell, speak for itself. But if I truly believe that, with the number of rejections I have received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I?
Right. That's why it doesn't work that way.
What do you mean?
To let talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standards.
I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, does that imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at that moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that?
Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all.
What do you mean?
Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies.
But it's not that easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before.
Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance or assistance even.
Because one can't possibly know everything the way to overcome obstacles. Or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first looking at them from others.
Like, asking about them from others.
Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Still.
Miss Rihanna?
Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts.
You're fine, I promise. But speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after the call?
I picked him up and drove him home.
Whoa. But I thought you were located in Belle Isle.
I am. But I still had unfinished business in the downtown area. Moreover, he suddenly began singing quite loud near the end of our call, which led me to conclude that it would be best for me to go and fetch him.
I see. How was he singing, in your opinion?
He wasn't too bad. If not for the fact that he was screaming less the lyrics, that is.
Well,
Said he was hooked when I arrived, so he had to take it off before getting into the car. Thankfully, the water did not completely soak through his shirt, so he remained relatively dry. However, I still had to lay down the seat covers as his fur got rather wet.
I hope he didn't get sick then. Aside from all that, was he okay? Considering the situation you mentioned earlier, I mean.
Well, he happily asked me to do karaoke with him, which I declined.
Probably for the best. Could have been entertaining though.
I ended up taking him for a drive though, as I needed to take care of my unfinished business.
Late night delivery?
No, I was buying a pie.
Didn't they?
Yes. Why?
Concerned you may have a competitor? No, not at all. Maybe a little bit.
This guy, you will be fine.
Sort of want to know, just so I can inform Officer Georgie about it.
Oh, why?
His daughter loves pies. When his car was vandalized, Officer Georgie had plans to buy pies for his family's get-together. But the report took a while, and the weather was bad. And by the time he was able to get a taxi, he thought everything was already closed.
I see.
But he takes pride in being a Seattleite, so I wonder if he knows about it already.
Well, it's a very small kiosk attached to a pub. It's very easy to miss. The spot is known as Disco Pie, and it serves fresh pies until 1 a.m.
Interesting. Good to know, thanks. Getting back to the story, though. You both went for pies, then?
Yes, and that seemed to fascinate him for some reason.
What did you each get?
He ordered a slice of warm apple crumble with a scoop of French vanilla ice cream on the top. And a large cup of piping hot coffee with a little bit of milk.
Ouch. I feel betrayed, truly.
Oh. But it was my suggestion since I thought he needed to warm up.
Double ouch.
I apologize.
I'll live. Little piece of advice, though. A glass of warm water might be better for the inebriated. Coffee's not the best at retaining fluids and thus preventing hangovers.
Oh, that's really good information to know. This is why you're the best barista, Sky. Thank you.
Okay, so my feelings are hurt slightly less now. What'd you get for yourself?
I had a slice of hibiscus blueberry mint pie myself. And just so you know, I did not order anything to drink.
Good. Drinks aside, what an interesting combination for a pie. How'd you like it?
I enjoyed it. You serve hibiscus here too, don't you? I'll remember to order it next time.
Please do.
And so we continued our conversation afterwards. That was when he told me he had not given up on his goal, despite the many disappointments with his team. He also told me why he does not drive at all.
Really? Why?
It is... Second thought, maybe better to hear the story directly from him another time.
I applaud you. I applaud you. Thank you. Thank you. Brianna, you are already amazing in my book, but extra points. Extra points. Love that. Not your secret to tell. Thank you for sticking to that. That's how you know she's a good person. Not your secret to tell.
I apologize.
No problem. I understand.
We also discussed quite a few things we have in common.
Really?
Yes, surprisingly. And before we knew it, it was already nearing 5 a.m.
Must have been a gripping conversation.
I'm not sure. Hopefully his exhaustion seemed to finally catch up on him then, so I drove him home.
Weren't you tired as well?
No. I should go then.
Alright, will you be okay?
I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Sky.
No problem at all. Anytime. Have a good evening then, Sky. Come back again soon. Alright. Well. Oh, there's no music. Sad. Yeah. We are going to call it there, because I do have work tomorrow, so I can't bring it too late. There is a very good chance we will finish this out on Wednesday. So, do stay tuned for that. I am really, really loving this game. Like, the first Coffee Talk, beautiful game. That, like, set the bar. And this has definitely, gone above the bar. I am absolutely just loving all the characters and their stories. We're getting to know so much more about them. Like, maybe it's just because this is my first run through, but it feels like we're getting to know a lot more about them. Because, to be fair, Coffee Talk 1, I did play that a few times on my own before I ever, like, brought it to stream. So, when I streamed it, I kind of, like, already knew the gist of everything. But, not only do we have some new characters who I absolutely adore, but we are getting to learn a lot more with the old characters on a, like, deeper, more personal level, and I am loving that so much. Yeah, the writing is just amazing. Very well done. Great job making me so invested in these characters, I gotta say. I can't. I'm too tired to properly explain how invested I am. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. I will see you Wednesday. So, thanks for watching, and